Hi children, welcome to today's class. Last day we were started a new lesson that is from your geography, third chapter, Our Changing Earth. Okay, in that we discussed and studied about the lithosphere is broken into number of plates is known as the lithospheric plates. Okay, and you will surprised to know these plates move around slowly, just a few millimeter each year, and this is because of the movement of the molten magma inside the earth. Okay, we know that the second layer of the earth mantle that is full of magma, and above this magma which these lithospheric plates is standing, so that is why situated, that is why these plates always moving, because the molten magma inside the earth moves in a circular manner as shown in okay, so that is molten magma move inside the earth as a circular manner. Okay, so that is why these plates slowly a millimeter slowly movements is happening. Okay, then this mono this of these plates cause change on the surface of the earth. Okay, these movements, okay, inside this full of magma, because of that this magma is moving, so that is why these plates also moving, and these movements many changes happening in the surface of the earth. Because of this movement many changes happening in the surface of the earth, that is two forces, endogenic forces and exogenic forces are there. Because of that many changes are happening. Endogenic forces are forces which are acting interior of the earth, okay, inside the earth. And exogenic means which forces are acting outside the earth. Because of these two forces many changes happening in the surface of the earth. Okay, and endogenic forces we can say it is divided into sudden movements and slow movements. And sudden movements is earthquake, volcano and landscapes, all these things are landslides, okay, sorry, landslides, all these things sudden movements. Okay, in that earthquakes and volcano we detailedly last class we discussed. Okay, then slow movements, that is building mountains, okay, building mountains. And exogenic forces, which forces act in the outside the earth, okay, that is erosion and deposition forces. Okay, erosion and deposition. Okay, then how it's happening erosion and deposition? Because of the river, wind, sea waves, glaciers. Because of these factors, work of these river and wind and sea waves and glaciers, what is happening? Erosion and deposition is happening. So today I am detailedly discussing about these exogenic forces, that is erosion and deposition, how river, wind, sea waves and glaciers, how changing the surface of the earth, that we can detailedly we can see. Okay, major landforms. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes, weathering and erosion. Weathering is the breaking up of the rocks on Earth's surface. Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind, and ice. Okay, so children, the landscape is being continuously worn away by two process, that is weathering and erosion. Because of the weathering and erosion, what is happening? This landscape is continuously worn away. Okay, that is because of the weathering and erosion. Weathering is the breaking up of the rocks at surface. Okay, weathering means breaking up of the rocks on the earth surface. Then erosion is a wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind, and ice. Okay, and the eroded material is carried away or transported by water, wind, and eventually deposited. This process, erosion and deposition, create different landforms in the surface of the earth. Okay, so the eroded material is carried away or transported by the water, wind, and etc. Okay, and eventually this deposited. Okay, this process of erosion and deposition, what is happening in the surface? Many landforms forms. Okay, so because of the weathering means breaking up. Okay, because of the different forces of the earth, these rocks breakings, and these breaked materials, eroded materials, what is happening? It is weathering away of the landscape by different agents like water and wind, and because of this water and wind, this the weathering away from that area and depositing other sides. Okay, like that it is forming various landscape in the earth surface. Okay, then first one, work of the river. The running water in the river erodes the landscape. When the river tumbles at steep angle over very hard rocks or down at steep valley side, it form waterfalls. Okay, the first work is that the river is forming waterfalls. Okay, so that is the running water in this river erode in the landscape when the river tumbles a steep angle over a very hard rock or down a steep valley side, it's form waterfalls. Then there are thousands of small waterfalls in the world. The highest waterfalls is Angel Falls of Venezuela in South America. The other waterfalls are Niagara Falls, located on the border between Canada and USA in the North America, and the Victoria Falls on the borders of Samla. Okay, so we know the number of waterfalls we have in Kerala. We know that in Wayanad also there are 2 or 3 waterfalls are there. Meenmutti waterfalls are there, and our famous waterfalls in Kerala, that is Tusharagiri waterfalls are there. Okay, sorry. So like that, many waterfalls are going on here situated. Okay. Sorry, one of the famous waterfalls in Kerala, that is Adirapalli waterfalls. We know that, and many other waterfalls are there situated in Kerala also. So we know about the waterfalls. That is a work of the river. Okay, then as the river enters the plain, it twists and turn, forming large bends known as meanders. Okay, when the river enter in the plain area, it twists and turns, forming large bends like known as meanders. In your picture is given like this bends. Okay, this is known as meanders. Here is given the river is when it is in a plain area like this, it river is a flow in it form large bend. Okay, so that is known as meanders. Then due to continuous erosion and deposition along the side of the meander, the ends of the meander loop come closer and closer. Then in due course of time, the meander loop cuts off, form the river, and forms a cut-off lake, also called Oxbow Lake. Okay, so this is a Oxbow Lake. In your textbook clearly given that picture. Okay, so look at that one. So speciality of the Oxbow Lake, how it is forming. Okay, so how it is forming: in due course of time, the meander loop cuts off from the river and forms a cut-off lake, also called an Oxbow Lake. At times, the river overflows its banks. This leads to the flooding of the neighboring areas. Okay, so when like this meander is forming here, depositing, and water, these sides water is very slow, and at that time flooding is happening in that areas. Okay, flooding of the neighboring area. As it floods, it deposits layers of a fine soil and other material called sediments along the banks. This leads to the formation of flat fertile floodplains. Okay, so here is, we can say, floodplains can be formed. Okay, because of the when these meanders forming in through these meanders, nearby these meanders water is very slow. That time flood can be happen, and through this flood, what is in the both side of these rivers, what is happening, this flood is depositing sediments and this forming floodplains. Okay, these raised banks are called leaves. These raised banks, because of the flood. Okay, many sediments are depositing. These raised banks is known as leaves. In your picture is given in your textbook clearly. Okay, the leaves are there. Okay, then the raised banks are called leaves. As the river approaches the sea, the spread of the flowing water decreases, and the river begins to break up into number of streams called distributaries. The river becomes so slow that begins to deposit its load. Each distributary forms its own mouth. The collection of sediments form all the mountains from the forms a delta. Okay, so that is when the river is going to end, that time river is in a plain area, completely plain areas. That time the river speed is very slow, the water speed is very slow. That time river is changing into number of small streams, that is known as distributaries. Okay, distributaries. When it is going to end nearby the, where is river is going to end? River is going to end by the ocean. Okay, so in that side, river is very slow. When it is nearby the ending side, okay, it is very slow. Water is very slow that time. Then it will this river is divided in number of channels. Okay, number of channels. So it is from different distributaries, and this river becomes so that it begins to deposit its load. Okay, in that area the river deposit its load, which is carried by the river. These sediments and all these things, the river deposit in that area. Okay, each distributary forms its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all the mouths forms a delta. Okay, the collection of sediments from all the mouths forms a delta. Okay, so in these sediments is deposited by this river, and there is forming a small land area, okay, between these river channels. Okay, that is known as delta. Okay, that is known as delta. Okay, so this is about today's class, how delta is forming. Okay, so the river breaking up the number of streams called distributaries. The river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit its load. Each distributary forms its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all the mouths forms a delta. Okay, okay children, we can wind up today's class. So we studied about the work of the river, and that is first one, it is for making forming waterfalls. Then second one, river forming meanders, and then oxbow lakes is forming. Then leaves and floodplains are forming. The last, when it is going to end, the river mouth is known as where it is going to end. In the river mouth, it is divided into different small channels, and in that channels river is depositing many carried materials. That carried materials depositing like that, forming a small land area. That land area is known as delta. Okay, this delta is very fertile, and fertile land because it is deposited by the river. So it is very fertile. It is very useful for the agriculture works and all other, because it is a very plain area and very fertile land also. So it is very useful for the human beings also. Okay, so let us wind up today's class. Okay, so you have to read page number 15 and 16 many times and underline important points, and like that you have to study. Okay, so do your works and take care very well. Thank you to all.